Okay, so our first card is... Okay, my bad for the names. Seofon, no clue. Star Sword Sovereign. Say Swordcraft Commander, 4-play.53. This fanfare, put a card with enhance or super skybound art from your deck into your hand. Skybound art 10. Evil all on evil allied Swordcraft followers. Evil effects will not activate. Super Skybound Art 15, gain the following effects. Reduce damage to 0, can't be destroyed. Okay, so when I look at the Skybound Art cards, the way I look at them, there's a... you have to consider how they are at different points in the game, right? As an example, if you were to play this guy as a 4 play points dude, is he a good card? When you get to the mid game and you Skybound Art him, like, is he hype? And when you get to the super late game and you super Skybound Art it, is he super hype? Something like that, more or less, right? Now keep in mind, as of this review, I've not seen a lot of the other cards, namely, you know, stuff that makes it easier for Skybound Art. So right now we're assuming that it is not free to get to super Skybound Art, right? I'm assuming it's like difficult, but maybe it's not. I don't know, we'll see. Part of the fun of the reviews, right? Okay, with all that out of the way, basically, would you play a 4-play.53 draw a card? Probably it's okay. It's a commander, like that would be fine, right? That would be playable. It wouldn't be the reason why you play this, but it would be good, right? It would be fine. No complaints, it's fine. He has 5 attack, can trade up, it's okay. It's drawing you not a random card, but something specific with either enhance or skybound, so you can use it to fetch things that you need. All of that seems fine, right? Perfectly acceptable. If you get to the Skybound Art, how are you gonna do that? And then you're going to evo your other dudes. And this is also okay. Main reason it's okay is because, you know, you're evoing your dudes and that's gonna help you get your other Skybound Arts. Plus it's kind of like, there we say, Ectaring them, where they're getting +2/+2 and rush, and like, sure, that's fine, right? And if you get to the super Skybound Art for 15, then all those things happen, and then this guy becomes Aegis basically. It's not exactly Aegis because he can be transformed, right? But I mean, can't be destroyed, can't take damage. Pretty good. Our next card is Threo, the Vine Havoc. The Dragoncraft Legendary. It's a 4-play.43. She says rush. Fanfare, if overflow is active for you, gain the following effect. Till the end of the opponent's turn, when this follower takes damage equal to or greater than its defense, survive on 1. Skybound Art 10 deal 2 damage to all enemies. And 15 can attack 3 times per turn. Okay, so basically 4-play.43 rush is not great but playable. And then when overflow, she can basically rush something and survive. Then she gets AoE damage. 1 second. Okay, so in Skybound Art, she will get AoE damage to everybody, including the face. And then Super Skybound can attack 3 times, which I guess might let her be like a full on board clear. Is this one of the Dragon ones? Is Dragon going to have Skybound Art synergy? It's hard to say. I do like her art, she's got nice art. But I don't know, I think it's more likely that the other guy is played than this. And again, this without seeing the support, right? But maybe it's better than I think it is, I don't know. Like, how good is a rush follower that can survive? That could potentially AoE the board. I mean, it seems fine, like not terrible, but not super exciting either. So I don't know. We got, okay, this guy's not a real card, this is. Pholia Retired Sovereign is a Runecraft Gold, 7-play.44. Fanfare, next time this follower takes damage, make that 0. And then summon the dog. Evo says, evo all on evil dogs and give all the following effect. The end of your turn, restore 2 defense to your leader and this follower. Okay, so you get a 4/4 with a shield. That summons a 4/6 rush ward. It says at the end of your turn, give all allied Pholia, fun effect. Next time follower take damage, that's a 0. Okay, so if I understand it correctly, so you play this, you get a 4/4. This has Divine Shield, and you get the dog. Now you evo her, which evos the dog. So 4/4 traits against something. You had a shield, so you took no damage. And now you also have a 6/8 with Rush and with Ward that could also clear something. Now at the end of the turn, this is going to give her another shield. And then this will heal for 2 and your leader heals 2. Am I understanding this properly? Right? Fully with stats, yes. Definitely seems like a busted take 2 card. But this doesn't seem like a bad constructor card either. Am I crazy? I guess... Would it be fair to say this drawback is that it's a rune card? Right? Is that fair? Like, if you were like, say, I don't know, Sword, or if you're like ramped into this or something, it would be better. But as a rune card, what do you do with it? Is that fair? Unplayable rotation? I don't know. Like, it seems powerful. It'd be better as maybe any other class. Yeah, why is this a rune card? I don't know. Like, this is like a good standalone card, right? To like answer the board, make a board, heal, whatever the hell. But what rune deck would this be supporting? Okay, we got Knight of Purgatory. Bloodcraft follower, 4/1 4/4. Has Ward, Fanfare, restore 4 defense to your leader. Pretty cool. Also has Invocation. At the end of your turn, if Wrath is active for you, invoke this and then banish the other ones. So what I think this does is, the turn you hit Wrath, you get a 4/4 Ward to help you stabilize, so that next turn when you get your crazy Wrath effects, like you didn't die, if that makes sense. And I think that's good, fine, fair, playable. Or you are not a Wrath deck, but you play the Amulet because whatever the hell reason, and now when you play that Amulet, you also get a 4/4 out of it. I think both of those outcomes are unironically okay. I don't think it's bad. Tien is the Treacherous trigger. Portalcraft, legendary, 3/2/4, Fanfare, draw a card. Sky Bernard, get +2 and Storm. 15 gives Storm to all other followers in your hand. But on the turns that you can't Evo, aka 1, 2, 3, she goes back to your hand. So that's kind of weird. Like, would you play this to draw a card and then put it back in your hand? Like, are you playing a 3 play point, gain 1 rally, draw this as a spell? Is that good? You like her boots? I mean, her Sky Bernards are good, right? Surely, like, you'd be happy with a 3/4/4 Storm, and even happier with a 3/4/4 Storm that gives everybody else Storm. Like, those effects are too powerful for this to be bad. That's what I would say. Okay, Niyon, Mystic Musician, Shadowcraft legendary, 2/1/4, has Ambush, has Ward. That's it. A little weird. Okay, on Sky Bernard 10, give +1/+1 and Bane to all followers. Super Skybound, remove Ward from all enemy followers and give them the following effect until the end of your opponent's turn, can't attack. Oh, this is so weird. Would you play a 2/1/4 Ambush Ward? It's not super exciting, right? Now, like a 2/25 Ambush Bane Ward that gives everybody else Bane, that seems pretty good. I mean, I guess it's a 2-drop, right? Maybe that's fine. And the Super Scabbard effect is just a little bit weird, but I guess it, like, the freeze effect might be good enough because it goes on everybody. You could like really use this to board lock your opponents. Which, I mean, surely there's power in that, right? Okay, Sino Bohu Mana. Havencraft legendary. 5/26. Evos for free. Gets full Evo stats. End of turn heals 4. When this follower takes damage, if it is not destroyed, give it the following effect, can't be attacked till the end of your opponent's turn. You can also crystallize it for countdown 4, and then it summons itself, and if you have more points, it goes down by 1, right? So if you're going second, you place on 3, on turn 4 it goes to 3, then it goes to 2. And you get it on turn 5, right, basically? Which is pretty good, it's not bad. I'd say that's pretty good. Like, it's a free Evo, which is nice for your Union Burst or Skybound Arts. And it's like a chunky follower with an annoying effect, seems fine. Archangel of Remembrance. Neutral gold, 2 playpoint, 2/1. Do you guys like the art in this one? Fanfare. Banish enemy follower 1 defense, that seems like a good effect. I mean, banish is good, removal is good. Evo effect, full Evo stats, she says banish a card in your hand, put a copy of it into your deck, and draw 2 cards. So you take a card from your hand, dump it back in your deck, which is good for, like, say, invocation, and then you draw 2 cards from the top of your deck. Isn't that good? I feel like that's good, right? Okay, let me do this from the start. So, on Wings of Tomorrow is the actual spell, right? It's a neutral spell, legendary. It says choose, play this as Gran or Djeeta. And Super Skybound 15, you summon them instead, right? So, choose cards are great, I like choose effects. Choose effects with Skybound art is pretty cool, right? I like this. Grants Resolve, so these are our 5 play points, right? Deal 5 damage to 2 random enemy followers, put 2 random followers from within your hand. Am I crazy to say that these are good? Like, 5 play points deal 5 damage to 2 things is good. 5 play points draw 2, also acceptable when you put them together. Plus it's a choose card, right? So it's not just this, it can also be the other one. And Djeeta's one is deal 10 damage, recover 1 Evo point, recover 2 play points. So this is like 3 play points, so deal 10 damage to something and go through ambush. And you get an Evo. But it could also be Gran Sting. But it could also be Gran and Djeeta. And they say 5/5/5 Storm. Strike. Next time this follower takes damage, with that damage is 0. Cool. Rally 20. Can attack twice. Rally 40. Evo this. On Evo they get +10/+10, so they can just OTK, right? I don't know, this seems good. Like, even without getting to Rally 40, you're playing a 5 play point spell that has a ton of flexibility, where it's going to clear multiple things, draw cards, clear 1 thing, give you play points, Evo points, or be, you know, storm damage, or board clear, or win condition. Seems good. I'll probably animate this. Yeah, Rally 40 is probably a big meme, but I mean, even if the card didn't say Rally 40, it's probably still a good Shadowverse card. We got Vaseraga, Shadowed Scythe, Shadowcraft Gold, 7 play point 4/7, cannot be targeted by enemy effects, and in Last Wars he summons himself. So this is basically the new Mordecai, except a bit thicker, and a bit better than that because he has protection too, right? Protection is nice. That way he can't be easily banished or transformed or whatever the hell. You could Fatal Order into Guild, so turn 5 you cheat this out. That's pretty good. Actually, wait, that's really good. Because Fatal Order gives it Rush, right? So you would summon it, clear something, destroy it, draw 2, and get a Vaseraga. That sounds alright. Factory Giant, I think I hate this card. Portalcraft, Gold, 10 play point 6/6. Fanfare, give a random follower +X/+X and Storm. X equals the number of allied artifact cards with different names destroyed during this match. Well, it costs 10. But you're giving somebody like +6/+6 and Storm. It's kind of spooky. More importantly, he has Crystallized 5. When an allied artifact comes into play, give it Rush, recover a play point, draw a card. So basically, it's giving you Augmentation and Acceleratum at the same time in 1 card for 5 turns. Now it's expensive with 5 play points, but bro. So So I don't know, it seems kind of nutty, right? Next we have Ida. Or is this Djeeta? Ida. I don't know. You will tell me, chat. Katana God. Swordcraft Officer, 8 play point 76. Guy has Rush. Cool. During your turn, when his follower attacks and destroys another follower, if this follower is not destroyed, evo his follower. And on evo, he can attack twice per turn. So you play this 7-6, bam. 9-8, bam. Cool. Fanfare says Skybound Art 10. Subtract 5 from the cost of all Swordcraft followers in your hand. 15. Subtract 5 from the cost of all Swordcraft followers in your deck. Now, if we're being real, chat, if there's one class that could definitely spam evos up the ass, like, it has to be Sword, right? That's what they do. The deck is called Evo Sword. You can't cheat him out, but he cheats everybody else out. Ash Tret. Forcecraft Gold. It's a 4 play point, 4/4. With Ward. If at least 2 other cards were played this turn, evo his follower. And then Strike, restore 2 as your leader, draw a card. Now, I don't think you can cheat this on turn 4, because we don't really have Fair Wisp anymore, right? Like, on turn 4 this would have been sick, but like, is a turn 6 Fairy play this? Is that a power play in 2021? I don't know that it is. Vyrn, the little red dragon, I like his name. The neutral gold, 2 play point 1/1. That means we've seen both the neutral gold, right? So Fanfare draw a card, cool. And hand 6, do not draw a card. It's funny how they have to write that out. Isn't that funny how they have to like, and hand 6, do not draw. That's funny. You evo this and you get 4 play points. So basically, in the early game you're playing 2 play points for 1/1 draw a card, which is fine. And then in the mid to late game you're paying 2 play points for an evo 3/3 rush, which is cool. So seems cool, right? And last but not least, we got the Gluttony Demon. It's a Bloodcraft 4 play point 2/8. Says cannot attack. Once on each of your turns, when this follower's attack or defense is increased by an effect, destroy a random enemy follower and restore 3 demons to your leader. At the end of your turn, if Avarice is active for you, gain +2/+0. So on evo he can attack, but this is what we call Boltio support. So Boltio gets this, becomes a 3/11 that then destroys a random enemy follower and heals you for 3. And that's pretty cool. Can't have an expansion without janky blood cards. I see nothing but a great Boltio card is what I see. I don't know if like outside of Boltio, did they want this to be like Avarice? Like, you're like, ooh, I want to play Avarice Blood for the Gluttony Demon? Because that seems a little weird, right? Basically, if you have Avarice, then he will buff himself. And if he buffs himself, then he procs his effect. I guess that's how that's supposed to work. Which is not terrible. If you told me you were playing 4 play points for a 4/8 that destroys on a random follower and heals you for 3, like, I'd say that's okay. Play a draw heavy deck. Yeah, but right now there's not like you're not playing this in Ball, and there's no reason why you would play Wrathblood at the moment, at least based on the cards that we've seen. Yeah, like destroy a follower and heal 3 is a powerful effect. Is every blood they're gonna play this? We got Archdemon, the new gold, doesn't get multiple copies, and now this. I mean, these are good Bolter cards. Like, I'm dead set unironic about that, chat. Bolter would absolutely love this.